Hey everyone, well, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rini. This is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're making a self-care page. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit differently this year than I have in the past. The past couple of years, I've made this. Was pretty much the exact same for 2021. I just made a new one for 2022. But I want to do it a little bit differently this year by actually doing a theme a month challenge sort of deal. Now, Planning with Bumble did this a couple of years ago, and Di frequently does this in her health planner as well. She'll choose something she's going to focus on for the month, and then she works that into her day-to-day. So the credit for this video kind of goes in that direction. What I've done is I've already pulled a few things and I was playing around a little bit. I really wanted to use some florals. So I have a slew of sticker books on my desk. I have no idea. But I really like these. They're soft, they're gentle. It's got a very self-care feel to it to me. But I needed some things to match with it. So I went into Homebody because the Homebody stuff actually matches very well and coordinates, as well as Blushing It matches quite well, the pinks and such. So if you're looking for things to coordinate with this new sticker book from Live Love Posh, here's a couple of ideas. Homebody, if you have it, the original, and the Blushing It sticker book coordinate very well. Okay, so that is our plan. I have pulled some letters and a quote. This quote came out of Blushing It. My original plan was to do that, but then I'm like, I want to put a quote up here. And then I'm like, this no longer works. So I've got to rejig a few things. And I, of course, want to use these florals somehow. But I better get the boxes on here first. So I chose these, and I'm pretty sure MaryEllen used these as well on hers. I just thought when I looked at these florals, I immediately thought Homebody. I think these are too big. That's the main problem. Okay, so let's flip this over because these are actually one strip made to look like 3 boxes. But I'm gonna have to get them sized to work in this spread. So let's pull all of these off of here. Or hold on. If I cut them in half, will they still work? Let me measure how big these guys are height-wise. They're 2 inches, so they're not going to be big enough if I cut them in half. I want them a little bit bigger than that. So I think what we're going to end up doing, where's my pencil? Is cutting them about 1 1/4. How does that look? 1 1/4, or see, they're not quite, well, that makes them almost square because they're like almost 1 1/4, just over 1 1/4. It's 1 1/4 and 1, and yeah, well, it makes it sort of a rectangle shape, but I think that is our best option. So I'm going to get this lined up and make sure it's straight, and I'm going to draw a line loosely across, and then we're going to do the same thing down here. I should probably measure the right way or that could get messy. And we'll make it 1 1/4, and then 1 1/4. Oops, I went too deep. 1 1/4. Okay. Right? Is that right? Sometimes my eyes deceive me. Oh, that's like 1 1/2, not 1 1/4. What did I do these guys at? I did those at 1 1/4. Therefore, these guys need to be done. Although I kind of like the 1 1/2. I don't know that I can get that many on there though if they're at 1 1/2. So we're gonna have to rejig that, and then we'll come down here and fix this. Oops. Although this one I actually did do at 1 1/4. It was just the middle one. All right, so let's get this guy lined up and a line drawn, and then a line drawn, and then we have to do the same to these ones because I do need 12. I need, of course, one for every month. Oh, it's easier to do this if they're not in the sticker thing. They're not in the sticker thing. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull out my paper trimmer, and we're going to trim these on the paper trimmer so I can assure that I get a straight line instead of trying to fight with this stupid scissors. All right, are we laid down straight? Are we straight? We're straight. Okay, so let's cut you off. Take that, we might use that somewhere else, you never know. And then I need to line you up. Yeah, this would be easier if I left it on the wax paper, but then I've got to peel it off the wax paper, and that's a bit of a nightmare. I'm gonna tell you, just gonna share that with you. It's a bit of a nightmare. It's like almost worse than trying to get it off of, actually it is worse than trying to get it off of sticker paper. Like, I kid you not, man. It's bad juju. I do not recommend it. All right, so let's do this and pull you off. This is going to take me a little bit, so I might do this one and then do the rest of them off camera, so as I don't waste a bunch of your time watching me fight with trying to get stickers cut up, right? It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. I cut this one a bit short, actually, so I have a little more on there than I had wanted. All right, so, and there is these two. Okay, so I'm going to cut the rest of these off camera. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a general idea of placement. Some of my boxes are a little bit bigger, so they still need a little bit of a trim because it didn't all go according to plan. But this gives me sort of an idea on how much wiggle room I have to really work with, because if I want to get that quote in up here, and the self-care 2020, it's going to be tight, people. It's going to be really tight, especially if I want to try and get some florals in. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab this corner piece, which is rather like minimal, if you will. And we're going to stick that down in. No, I think actually we're going to do it this way. Let's do it this way. Sorry, I can't make up my mind. It's been a really, I think what it is I've been doing so much content, I'm kind of like feeling very flat almost, which is why I'm kind of trying to get ahead of the game. I mean, it's a defeating purpose because I'm trying to get ahead enough that I can take a break, but it just adds to the fact that I'm also kind of running flat. Like, oh my gosh, because we could put this up here like that. Right? Then we have to kind of rearrange this stuff. Self-care. But now I'm like, do I even want it? Do I even want it? I mean, I guess let's have a look, shall we? I mean, it's not like the letters are all that difficult. Actually, I don't really want you guys just yet. But I would kind of like the E to come along for the ride. He jumped ship. So let's put him back down there. And carefully peel that up because let's see. We could go like that. And then like that. Oh, shoot. Get back over there. I didn't press them down hard enough. Okay, so hopefully I didn't mess up my placement. It's not too bad. And then, I mean, I'm going to know it's for 2023 anyways. Like, I may not need these guys. So let's put them back on there. Or I go back to, like, the numbers in here. Or, where's Mojo's data book? I mean, yeah, the font would be completely different. But we also have these little tiny guys, which I was gonna use the months from in here, the tab. Are they in this one? Oh, I've got way too many sticker books on my desk right now. And this one, they're in my, like these ones. But if we use these ones instead, then the font would match. Does that make sense? So that might be an idea. Okay, but we do want to try and get these boxes down and as well get some florals in here. I'm all over the place. It's going to be tight. It's going to be so tight. So I think the only option we're really going to have is taking this corner piece. Sorry, my throat is a little bit itchy today. And seeing if we can get some of the sticky off of this and getting this down here like so. I'll lightly put that down because I'm not sure 100% it's staying yet. Oh yeah, that's very doable. Very doable. Okay. Now, the only question I have is, do I want to space these a bit differently? Well, let's just start laying them in. I've got it kind of where, shoot. I've got it kind of where it needs to be. Hang on, let me count the dots. 1, 2, it's the third dot over. So 1, 2, so this one would go here. And then they have, this is why I love dot grid and graph paper. It makes life so much easier. And then this guy goes on the third dot from the outside. 1, 2, and 3. And then this guy goes in the middle with one, sort of literally right smack in the middle. Okay. Like so. I'm trying to gauge if that's centered. Yeah, okay, and then we're gonna kind of have 2 dots between everything a little bit, kind of deal. So we'll go 1, 2, and then 3. Then 1, 2. Actually, let's just go down 1, 2, and then 3. I was kind of trying to make it that, like, I didn't want too many of the colors sort of grouped together. So this guy needs to move. Where did he come from? Oh, maybe he doesn't need to move. Am I doing this upside down? I think I'm doing this upside down. Yeah, so this guy will need to move because I don't want him too close to the other. So maybe we'll bring the purple up. Am I missing a box? Am I missing a box? Where the hell did the box go? Did I lose a box? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've lost a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, never mind. You're all probably yelling at me. Oh my God. as I've said before, menno brain is a thing. And it's like, seriously, I don't know how I can be so dumb for a smart person some days. So 1, 2, and then the third box, or the third line in. And then let's get this guy centered under his friend up there. Okay. And then bring in the yellow one. Bring in the green one. I don't want a gray under a gray, so we may have to switch a few of these around now that I'm looking at it. Because I'm going to have a green under a green, but they're different greens, so that might be okay. So now let's have a look here. I think I'm going to trade out this one with this one. Just lightly press them down until I figure this out, and then we'll put the gray here, and I need to rotate. This is the tough part. There's too many, there's too much green in here. If I move those two, that puts that there. I think we're gonna have to leave it. I can't really do too much with it. Okay, so let's erase our pencil lines. I like cutting them. I ended up actually moving to cutting them with just my scissors because I was finding that doing them on the paper trimmer, they were getting to be a little bit bigger or whatever here and there. And I was like, well, that's not good. I guess I should probably have shortened these guys before I went erasing the pencil lines, but they actually don't look that bad, except for you who do not want to sit down. Okay. Oh, missed one. Hold on. All right. Why don't you want to stay down? Okay, I think I got the majority of the pencil lines. Okay, now they need months. And do I want to do JoJo's? I think I do. These are kind of fun, right? So let's use these guys. We're gonna go, they're hard to get off. Oh yeah, right, these are strips. So we're gonna put January like that, and February like this. Yeah, when I came up with this, well, I didn't come up with this idea. I'm kind of boosting it from other people, but thought this might be a bit of a different approach than I've taken the last couple of years, because the last couple of years what I have done is I gave myself like a point system, and you know, I wanted to average like say a 7 or an 8 every day, and then I had those things on that sheet for self-care or whatever, and I get like a point for each one. That's why I'm like, I don't know, they were okay, but I think this has a bit better focus because it's a whole month of focusing on the same kind of thing. And these are things that like I want to get done in 2023 anyways, but they're not really goals, if that makes sense. I mean, they're related to my goals, but they're not really goals. So I thought this might be an idea. Okay, so let's throw down August. September. Sorry, it's all this little finicky stuff that takes all the time, and it's just makes my videos long when we start doing things like this, because it's not just like, you know, throw sticker here, and then you're done. All right, November. I mean, we're still kind of throwing stickers down. I guess that doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. These DIY pages are a little bit more finicky. But they're also fun. I enjoy making them because it's like some creative time. And sometimes I film them and sometimes I don't. This one I thought would be fun to film as part of my Planmas and my 2023 setup series. Okay, so we have, other than the fact that I damaged January trying to get it up. All right, so let's just squish them all down. Okay, now what else can I get on here for fun stuff? Some funsies. It's kind of pretty the way it is though. Maybe I put the 2023 down here. I literally just saw that as an idea. Because then we could use some larger numbers too, which I don't have. Hold on. Hold on. I got like numbers all over the place here. Maybe we use some paper on these ones for once, because I always use the clear. So we're going to go 20 and 23, and we'll see what we look like. 20, 23. They're so little. I don't think there's like larger numbers in here though. And the other ones would just be way too big, like the ones from the Planner Basics line. But I do think I want to center these a bit better because they look really lonely over there. Which means I might be able to sneak some more florals in. Because you know me, I'm like, can we get more florals in? Sure, why not, right? Let's take this one and let's sneak it. First off, de-stick it because it's already trying to jump on the page and I'm nowhere near the paper. And we'll sneak this one in maybe like that. And then I'll trim that off and then we can, oh, wait a minute. If I do that, the paper stickers don't work anymore. All right, I guess we're moving to clear. That was brilliant of me, wasn't it? All right. Apparently I've already been in here for 20s. 20 and 23. Okay, and then I'll put my paper ones back afterwards. Where do you go? You go back over there. All right, so we're gonna go, where is kind of centered? We could go here, 20, 23. There we go. And then I just got to cut off this part here. Actually, do I want it that way? Do I want to move it over? Oh, moving it over is not an option. It was a nice thought. But moving it over is not an option because it is stuck. Okay. Let us eliminate. I went heavy-handed and I still didn't cut through the sticker. All right, so let's eliminate that. And determine if we want to put anything else on here. Where's my wax papers? Hiding somewhere. Let's get these off my hand before I lose them. Okay, now I do have some more florals. I just don't know that I'm really going to manage to get much more on this page without it looking kind of like weird. Weird. Because everything's kind of big. Like, what about you? Yeah, you're not quite right. You're not quite You're not quite the right one. What about you? Coming in somehow here. I could lift up the E and stuff and then lay that over top like so, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It doesn't work. Okay, now, before I hopped in here to film and such, somewhere buried on my desk here, I had a list of things that I thought, ooh, deja vu. I've filmed this before in another video. Okay. Of things to do. So like, I think I want to meditate, declutter the house, digitally detox, digitally declutter, do a no sugar month, a no spend month, an exercise every day month, a daily stretching month, a something creative month, a get ready daily month, bed by 10 p.m. and fresh air daily. So I need to figure out where everybody's going to go, and I can't figure that out yet. But these will go on to here. I just don't know where I want them. And instead of me finicking around trying to figure that out, I figure I will pause for a few minutes instead of sitting here going, I don't know where I want it to go. I don't know. Do you know? Do you know, Vern? We'll be right back. Okay, we're done, assigned, and all filled out. I had to do this off camera because I had to get really close to the paper, which would mean the top of my head would be in the frame. So, because my eyes are not that great anymore, and I wanted to make sure that I was somewhat straight and whatnot on my... Why aren't you doing your thing? What's going on here? What's going on here? Are we folded on each other? Yeah, that's what it is. We're frickin' folding on ourselves. That's one thing I don't like about these stupid stickers. They like to stick to themselves really badly. Okay, so let's just rectify that situation. Nope, it does not want to rectify, so that's fine. I'll just get in there with a pair of scissors and trim you off, and problem is now officially solved. And sorry about that, you guys. My SD card was full. I did not realize it was that full, so I quickly emptied the trash bin because that's why it was full. And now it's a wrap. Okay, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button on your way out. It really helps the channel grow when you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And it's a great channel to hang out with. Let's be real, people. It's pretty cool around here. Okay, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will see you next time. Ciao.